Hey, welcome to another edition of Kyle Meredith with. It's the interview series presented by WFPK at WFPK.org, Consequence, and the Consequence Podcast Network. Thanks as always for making your way here, checking out the series. Of course, you know what to do if you like what you see, what you hear. Hit that subscribe button. I put out 3 new interviews every single week, new and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it's a great way to keep up with your favorite artists. And I'm so excited today to have as my guest the Driver era, Rocky Lynch. Hello.
What's up? What's up?
That's good.
It's great to see you both. It's great to hear new music. I say that, but it's been like nonstop new music. I feel like for the past few years. First off, how's it going? How you both doing out there?
Um, we kind of full sent the Grammy week, so we're like kind of both under the weather a little. Today. I feel like pretty good. I feel like I've been following the weather for some reason. So like the last 2 days it rained. I feel like I could barely open my eyes, and now today I'm kind of maybe I could do a few things. It's weird, but yeah, I feel pretty good today. How you feeling, Ross?
Good thing you live in California then.
Yeah, shit. Damn, what's that pic on the wall? Holy.
That picture?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm at mom's house currently.
Our
So there's
our
like
parents'
random
house.
pictures on the walls.
Yeah, it's like a museum there. It's like
Yeah.
an antique museum. It's kind of crazy.
The past.
All sorts of yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's
No,
talk
I'm doing
about
pretty good. I feel like
yeah.
I got a little bug from maybe all that Grammy weekend festivities or something, but
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Man, the Grammy, it really does sound like the Grammys, like that'll hit you hard with everything that goes along with it.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous out there.
It's just like they want you to pull up to these events, and there's like a few events every night.
Yeah.
And like, we're young, like musician type artist people, so like we like to have a good time. We like to dance and stuff, so we just fall into it.
Yeah. And deal with the consequences
It's definitely
later.
a good time though.
Honestly, it was kind of nice because we knew we had some studio time booked this coming week, and kind of like going to some of those events, just kind of like walking around, talking to random people, seeing people, was kind of inspiring. So it was nice. It was actually like good timing.
Those little conversations where they can take you.
Yeah.
I need that every now and then too. I get mine here. That's really what it is.
Heck yeah.
Let's talk about what's going on with the Driver era. First off, Live at the Greek, that album and video.
Let's go.
So is this I mean, do you guys count this as a hometown show?
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
Yeah,
We've
Colorado, I guess, because we have more friends here now. So
yeah.
I guess that probably.
I feel like we spent more than half our lives in LA, so it definitely is kind of always had like this feels like home. And even some of the music vibes we bring kind of have like a West Coast California thing to it still. There's still a little mountain town feel in there somewhere. But like Colorado's almost like the age, like it's like you're too young to like fully register a lot of those memories. Because I think I was like, when did we move out? I was like 10,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So it's like right before, like there's some things you still remember and you still have some family out there. And there's like, I remember like playing hockey and stuff. But yeah, it's almost like the years where you actually started like learning things and kind of taking things in was we were in LA.
Yeah. Well, one thing, I want to obviously hit on the music. But I also want to say that, or ask rather, were there any guys in that crowd whatsoever? Because I'm telling you, it doesn't sound like there's a one.
Definitely.
They're not quite as loud.
Yeah, they got that low baritone. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I know there's a couple because there's a couple dudes we play hockey with that pulled up, so I know they made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's if
Listen, if we had to pick, I would take it just as it is. Like, I much prefer a crowd of girls than a crowd of dudes, to be honest with you.
Maybe like we do like the who is it, Rush? Like later in life, we
Oh yeah,
we start playing
that's
some.
the other way around though. I feel like Rush has like they were like the dudes band.
That's what I mean. Like maybe like when we're like 60, if we make it that far.
When you're doing your prog rock albums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll just be like a bunch of dudes like drinking some beer, and we'll be up there like, where did all the fucking chicks go? Holy shit!
You know, you hear that from bands though. It's like we started the band to meet girls, and then only the dudes showed up. It's at least you don't have that issue.
Yeah.
It is a fun show to listen to. It was a really fun show to listen to. It felt like with the way you guys have been talking, and I don't know if this is actually the case, so this is the question, but it felt like this is like, here's this live album as sort of the end of a chapter. Do you look at it like that at all? Is that what is it what it represents to you?
Initially, it wasn't, but I feel like it's becoming more of that energy as it's kind of gone on. Like we didn't set out with that intention necessarily, but it's kind of becoming that.
Someone else was telling us that where they were like, so many bands like once they put out like a live album or something, it's like it does like put an end to like a chapter. Like I can't remember what bands he was talking about. And once this dude said that, I was like, yo, that is, it's like yeah, I guess that almost just happens. So yeah, it does seem like we kind of been getting ready for something new. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. It really does. We've been in this house that we're about to move out. Like a lot has kind of just been on that edge of change. And I think yeah, the live album probably just put the period on it.
Especially because a lot of times live album, you know, depending on the show, it's also your best songs. So it's a greatest hits in a way. It's like those that's the best of, and here's what's next.
Yeah, this is
And
like,
Pretty much.
yeah.
So
And what's come next, by the way? So we've had 2 singles so far, with Rumors and now Get Off My Phone.
yeah.
And both of these are, I want to hit on Rumors first because my first thought was like, this is great night driving music. You know,
Sick. Heck
that's
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's, and especially just coming from, you know, the summer playlist album and everything. And, you know, and so much of that was like Nile Rodgers meets a little bit of post-punk thing happening. I don't know how you guys saw that. You know, it's I love the style that you were coming, but you know, what is the liftoff point? How do you get from that to what we're hearing on Rumors to eventually, you know, what we're hearing on the next singles? Like, I don't know if you can see the shifts in real time, but musically, how did you end up where you are right now?
By chance, pretty much. It's just kind of we're just kind of like we're kind of experimental when it comes to like our approach and process. So like kind of whatever we think is cool will stick.
I think yeah, there's also like an inevitable wanting to always like do something new. And so I think that kind of just keeps like leaking into the music vibes because even we've been hitting the studio last couple of days and we still are like always kind of on this wait, well, okay, hold on, we got something new right here, let's go right here. And so yeah, the
That's our biggest hindrance to productivity is the fact that we can always start a new vibe way too easily on honestly.
which
It's
is
like if we're
also
hanging out in the studio for some hours, it's like
yeah.
and you have that anything is possible. Like we truly do feel like I feel like that's why the studio is so fascinating and fun for us is because it's limitless possibilities. So
Yeah,
it's like so hard not to dive into that world of infinity when it's just like egging you on. Does that make sense?
yeah, it's to me you kind of just said it how it all like it's one of those things where it's like that's kind of why we're like I guess able to keep making music is because that's really what we enjoy, and then it's also like our, like you just said, like our biggest fucking hindrance.
Yeah.
So funny, and
I
that's
mean,
how like,
only when it comes to our bank accounts, but
no, but like in like that is kind of how it works. It's like you see that so often, where it's like because somebody's so able to like do this thing so well, or like whatever, like whether it's just fucking like, again, we're just constantly like wanting that new fucking creation thing.
yeah.
It's almost
To
like we never
dance with
want to
infinity, bro.
buckle
That's how.
down.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's how it feels to me for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to hear about this new one with Get Off My Phone, because the crunch of the guitars is great to hear on this one. You know, that it's got a bit of that 2000s pop punk feel.
Uh,
Like, what is
Hell
it?
yeah.
What's the story? What's the story on this?
It's basically a breakup song. And it's about the modern dilemma that people experience when someone's no longer in their life. You know, a lot of people have the temptation to go and see what someone's up to on social media or what have you. Or honestly, your phone will show you memories of this person, and it doesn't feel so great. So that's essentially what it's about. It's like can my phone stop showing me your face so I can like move on and live a happy life, essentially, you know what I mean? So it's about that.
find it in the algorithm.
Yeah.
And it's funny that that used to not be a thing at all. Like that's not specifically a song that we could have written in the same way. Anybody could have written in the same way
Yeah.
15 years ago or whatever. You know, it's like
Totally.
that's
Get off
I mean,
my.
when did the iPhone come out? Because it's really the iPhone's fault.
the iPhone.
Like, let's be honest. You know.
But this song only exists because of the iPhone. That's the other way, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
much.
You need both.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
this
but
sound,
we're really excited about this song. I like this song a lot. I'm happy it's coming out. I hope people enjoy it. I like that we have like this little. I think the song's gonna be really fun live, honestly. And I think as many live songs as you can have as a touring group like we are, I think that's a good idea. So I'm really excited to get this one on the road and start playing it live.
yeah. Yeah, and that sound. I mean, I said that 2000s pop punk sound, and it is, and that's so different from Rumors and where you left off from that. Like, but that specifically has been so interesting to watch lately, because that sound was here and it left and it came back and it hasn't left. You
Yeah,
know,
there is.
like what is it? What is
There
it?
was like a lot. Yeah, there's like a good amount of different artists that were like randomly within the last couple of years were like, oh, I'm just gonna do some fucking pop punk shit. Like you're like, whoa, and they're like rappers or something, or like, so yeah, there is like this like,
Yeah, it was like a pop punk rap scenario thing
yeah,
happening.
and like even like I mean you there's even like just fucking non-rap artists that also just all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, you're doing like this. Wow. So it is interesting how that does exist, and there is like an audience for it. For I guess it's not going anywhere, like you just said. It's like
Yeah, I mean
probably
nowadays
tap into the audience.
yeah, nowadays I feel like I mean even for the last however many years, I feel like things have come and gone in pop culture, but they've still always been around with certain listeners, and
Yeah.
especially now Spotify.
Mhm.
I feel like nothing's going away.
Yeah, I
You know,
mean, it's like there's like always a fucking metal scene where like,
dude, I know a lot of musician friends that love like progressive metal,
yeah, what's
and
that
that
German band?
shit is crazy, bro.
What's that German band that they could just sell out arenas and they play like metal?
Rammstein?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dad flew them, I think.
Du hast.
Our dad's a pilot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's and I get surprised when people, I mean, everything comes around usually anyway. But I guess one of my points is and to what you all have said already to a point, it's so impressive and interesting how versatile you all are. Like we're talking about genre, and I don't know even how much that's even a part of the conversation with you all. Maybe songs just drift somewhere, but you all do play with so many different genres in a way that does, like sure, bands, beyond 20 years ago, that was everybody got locked into a sound and that's just what you did. That doesn't seem to be, there's probably more, but it's still usually like people find something that's hard for them to break too far out of it. That doesn't seem to be the case for you all. Like, what do you all?
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that. I think it's partially our upbringing, and maybe like even more people that are in our generation's upbringing with like the internet, honestly. Also, we took like an extensive amount of dance classes growing up. And in dance class you have like all sorts of different genres all day long, like just blaring into your ears. So I think that has an influence on how like much music we listen to. But I think just in general, people nowadays aren't like, oh, I'm a rock person, or like, oh, I'm like, everyone listens to kind of everything. And I feel like that's kind of how people are sort of creating nowadays too.
Mhm.
So,
You do it well.
Yeah.
it's fun. I honestly don't understand how people create kind of like have like their same plugins and their same, because that's the most fun part for me is like snooping around see what I can find. you know
Yeah.
Now, on the opposite end, like when you guys are touring, do you have go-to bands that you all listen to, like when you're together?
Like pre-show.
Yeah, whatever,
It's
tour.
kind of honestly, it's kind of similar to I feel like how we like still kind of make music, like pre-show we'll kind of be playing like vibes in the green room, and the genres are it's a little less like, oh, here's one, like, oh, let's just play rap or like play like kind of more disco. It's like it's more just a compilation of songs that all have like enough like vibration to them where it's a legit, it's and maybe people like will kind of get there more and more, but it's almost like it's like objective art rather than subjective. It's like legit, just like, no, this people like this. Like when you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a DJ.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna play something that kind of maybe is already hit or like somehow did that thing, like has these legs that maybe people kind of know it. It has enough of this
The
thing.
sauce.
Yeah, so it's like that on like, and maybe yeah, that's there almost isn't really a specific artist or band or like producer that like will kind of be playing. It's literally more, yeah, like what, yeah, what what like has that thing, I guess.
Well,
Which is what we're always searching for in the studio, You're always
yeah.
trying to search for that.
I'll only I want to get real specific just on this question for the fun of it, because everybody loves being put on the spot. If you got a go-to song that you really like to pump you up in that pre-show moment,
Yeah.
does that exist?
What we play? I haven't been the song I'll play in my car now if I'm like, oh, you know what? I want a little like just a little like, hey, wake up, man. I'll play Kendrick Lamar Lust.
Hmm.
And it's like I think something about I think homie speaking some facts for a little, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, okay. And then I also just think kind of like the energy and production on that song kind of just like, all right, let's go, let's get back in it. Pre-show, it's kind of always changing. It's just like we kind of we'll all just kind of hop around on. We got like a big Bluetooth speaker, like I'm talking the loudest thing. It's so sick. You can put it in any room and legit have a large party if you choose to. So we'll have that in our green room, and we're just kind of vibing in there, and we just kind of pass the phone around to like, Dave, our drummer, Garrison playing keys, like just kind of whoever, like Rasa plays some tracks. It goes from MJ to fucking Kendrick to Prince to fucking Led Zeppelin to Madonna to Drake. So it's again, it's just like
Mhm.
I don't know. You got one song, Ross?
No, I don't, man. It's so hard to pick one. It's hard to pick favorites in general for me, honestly.
I don't know.
That's a dumb question. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a dumb. Yeah, that was a dumb question, but
No. I like. I mean, I can give you a song. I can.
No,
I told you
definitely-
my car song. I told you my
You
car
know,
song. So
favorite
okay,
anything
I'll give you
is
a song.
dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just give you a song. Why not? The song that I thought of for some reason was Pumpkin Machine. Tonight, right? Is it I Need You Tonight?
I think it's Need You Tonight, but there's like the
Need You
version
Tonight?
that was on Spotify like doesn't exist anymore. Something's weird.
Yeah, they're so
Like a-
mean. They took it off the internet.
There's like they did like a edited version, but it like sounds different. I don't know.
No, yeah, I want the long one.
Yeah.
Just want to sit in that drum loop for like an hour.
Well, at least there's one. At least there's that one. It's,
Yeah.
I want to quickly ask, so Live at the Greek is there. Now I haven't seen this yet, but did I read it right? There's a documentary as well.
We'll see about that. I mean, I mean, hopefully one day there'll be a documentary that's like, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you make a documentary, that means there's interesting things happening. So definitely one day for sure. I'm not sure if it'll be this time around though.
Yeah.
Personally,
If that happens or not, I probably won't be the one that's like trying to green light it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of feels a little funny. Like, hey, can we get this fucking documentary going about myself, please?
yeah, totally.
What the fuck? Who do you think you are?
I'll
be in the studio. God damn it! Give me the
call it a studio and tour diary is what you call it. It's
Okay, there we go.
then it's not a documentary. It is, but it's not about you saying, "Look at me." It's about saying, "Look at us."
Exactly. That's
Totally.
I'll be in the stew. If someone want to bring a camera in, bring a camera in.
In the meantime, Live at the Greek's really fun. I really enjoy these new songs. Rumors get up my phone. I'm hoping this is all leading to something bigger. It feels like it is. I know you. What was the interview you guys did recently where you're talking about like you'd love to do 3 albums in a year, and whether that happens or not, I would still be there to listen to every one of them. So
that's
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, no, that's I think because we kind of put that into the universe, it's like all right, we probably have no choice now. We thought we had a choice. Now it's probably just gonna keep growing into that, and it's like
the material is actually there. Honestly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's actually a fair bit of material that's it is possible. Rocky said it though, so if that doesn't come to fruition, blame Rocky for sure.
I'll take all the blame. I want all the blame.
Yeah, take the responsibility.
I'll wrap up with this question too, because of what you said, it is interesting because knowing that you have so much material. How are you like why did you release these 2 songs? What was it about these 2 songs?
In this particular scenario, it was these songs we felt comfortable playing for people, and they liked them a lot. So we, people were like, "Let's go, let's put them out," and we were like, "Let's do it," basically. But basically they gathered a lot of excitement from people that are on the team or close to the team. So it just felt like a good time to release them.
Fun songs. They really are. I love them. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about it all today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for kicking it with us.
Yeah.
Anytime. We'll talk when there's an album too.
Let's go. 3 albums.
Yeah.
And thanks to my guest. Also, thanks to you for checking out the episode in the series. Before you get out of here, hit that subscribe button. Again, you get 3 brand new interviews every single week. New one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at right here on YouTube, or of course anywhere in podcast land, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, NPR, or WFPK.org as well. A great way to keep up with your favorite artists and discover new ones as well. Then after that, actually head over to WFPK.org. That's where I do a show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour full of song premieres, music news, anniversary spins, bonus interviews, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern at WFPK.org. Consequence has your music and film news. You can also find me on the social media spots, Facebook, Instagram, mostly on Twitter. All three of them, the address is at Kyle Meredith. Do hope you like and follow along. That does it for another edition. I'm Kyle Meredith. I'll see you next time.